Let's get started with our activity for today. Once you have clicked onto the Microsoft Teams website, you should see this screen. Once done, click on Sign In, and you will need to sign in to your Microsoft email, which is your Pathlight email. Finish, click Next, and enter in your Microsoft password. Once done, click Sign In. You can decide whether you want to stay signed in, yes or no. In either case, you might see this pop up, so just click Use the web app. This will allow you to use Teams on your browser. Once done and everything has loaded, dismiss any notifications and click onto the Teams button on the left column. Look for your class, IT Teams group. Under General, go to Files. Look for your name. Click your name. Click Spreadsheet Creation folder. And click Lesson 11 Filtering Data. After waiting a short while, this is what you will see. Now I'm going to hide away all the notifications first so you can see my screen better. Click onto the first tab, Book Checkout Quiz at the bottom. This is the quiz that we will have to answer. So let's read the instructions. Use the filter function in the Book Checkout Sheet tab, which is the next tab, to get the answers for the following questions. So we're going to answer all these 10 questions here by using the filter function within the next tab, which is the Book Checkout Sheet. Okay, but before we get to this, let's go back to the quiz to read our first question. We're going to do 3 questions together, and then the rest you are going to try on your own. So the first one we're going to do together is the first question. So how many books did Vinesh borrow in total? We're going to type the answer in this red box here. Once the answer is typed correctly, it should turn green. So anyway, let's go and search for Vinesh. So go back to your Book Checkout Sheet tab. First, we have to include the filter function. So select all your cell headers. Select name, drag all the way to return date. Okay. Click the down arrow beside the draw tab. Look for the data tab. Once done, you should be able to see the filter button. Click filter and you will be able to see the drop down filter arrows beside your headers. Now let's go to the name and click the drop down arrow beside name. We're going to untick select all because we want to only show Vinesh. Scroll down, look for Vinesh and tick Vinesh. Once done, click apply. Now let's count. How many books did Vinesh borrow in this year? 1, 2, 3, 4 books. So let's go back to the book checkout quiz and we're going to enter the number 4. Press enter and there you go. Okay, the next question we're going to answer together is something further down, so I'm going to skip to question 3. How many students borrowed books in February? So we're going to look for the month February, okay, under borrowed books, and we're going to count how many students. But if it's the same student, we're not going to count that twice. We're going to count just one student by its name, by their name. So let's go to a book checkout sheet. Okay, first we're going to clear our filtered data. So go back to the name filter, clear filter. So you can reset your data. Go to borrowed date. Okay, untick select all and tick on February because we are finding the number of students who borrowed books in February. Apply. And there we go. Okay, let's see. We have Joseph, Marie, Keen, Vinesh, Michael, and Vinesh again. So we're not going to count the second Vinesh. So let's just count how many students there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, I'm not going to count the last vinesh. 5 students. So let's go back to our book checkout quiz and enter the number 5 inside question 3. Once done, press enter. And there you go. So 5 students borrowed books in February. Okay, now the next question we're going to answer together is further down. Let's go to question 8. How many times did Vinesh, Joseph, and Nurel borrow books? So we're going to look for Vinesh, Joseph, and Nurel. Okay, let's go back to our book checkout sheet. Remember, you need to clear your filtered data. So click onto your filtered data button. Click clear filter. Then you can reset your filtered table. And then go to name. Untick select all. And you're going to find 3 of them. Joseph, Nurel, and Vinesh. Once done, click apply. And let's see how many books they have borrowed in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now some of you wonder, hey, Miss Claire, why do you count the dinosaur in the bathtub even though there's 3 of the same books? Well, the reason why is because in a library, there could be many copies of books. So Miss Claire has counted every book that's listed here. Okay, even the same title again. So there are a total of 9 books. Okay, one of it with some copies. So let's go back to the book checkout quiz. And we're going to type the answer 9 inside question 8. So click on the question 8 red box, type 9, press enter. Ta-da! And that's your answer. Okay, so everyone, you're going to answer the rest of the questions on your own. Okay, so you will need to go back to the book checkout sheet. Okay, make sure that before you find your answers, you have to clear your filtered data. Okay, and then from here, you will be able to filter out whatever option you want from whatever header. Okay, so just have fun with this. Alright, and don't forget to hop back to your book checkout quiz to fill in your answers. Okay, if you need help, you can click onto the Zoom link to talk to me and we can do it together.